Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for October 16th, 2014. It is a very wet Thursday morning with moderate to heavy rain lifting up through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area this morning. The good news is that this heavy rain is pulling out, and by this afternoon and evening, much better weather conditions will be in place. Temperatures this morning range from the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. We're pretty much going to see our high temperatures now. This afternoon, we'll try to rebound into the lower 70s again, but pretty much we've seen our high temperatures earlier on this morning where they range from the lower to mid 70s in a very tropical air mass ahead of the heaviest rainfall. From here on out, as you can see over portions of central and western Pennsylvania, we have much cooler air with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and that will try to move into the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas this morning, keeping temperatures a little bit on the cool side. You'll definitely feel a difference between the tropical air mass that was in place yesterday afternoon and the modified Pacific air mass in place for this afternoon with slightly lower humidity, but temperatures still averaging above normal in the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map, and you can clearly see this cold front is bisecting the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area and lifting northeast towards southern New England. Now, this cold front is moving very slowly, but the heaviest rainfall is rapidly starting to move into New England and out of the New York City metropolitan area. Philadelphia, you're done with the moderate to heavy, steady rainfall, but there's still going to be a threat for a few scattered showers into the afternoon. I'll explain why on the water vapor satellite picture. You see this right here? This is an upper level low. So what's happening here is that the trough has gone negative. As you can see, the kind of a negative tilt here in the way that the trough is aligned. And as a result, all this moisture off the Atlantic is being pulled right into the northern mid-Atlantic. And you can see some intense lifting over the northern mid-Atlantic. With this upper level low, there's what's called cold air loft, and that causes instability. So with this upper level low slowly spinning north and east towards our location, I can't rule out a few isolated to widely scattered showers this afternoon over much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area because of these low disturbances mixed into the atmosphere with this upper level low. As this low pressure system lifts north and east, will continue to slowly dry out. Again, this steady heavy rain is coming to an end, but there will be a threat for a few widely scattered to isolated showers capable of some heavy downpours through this afternoon until this upper level low kicks to the north and east of the region. On the infrared satellite picture, you can clearly see some pretty impressive lifting over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with some very cold cloud tops along and ahead of the cold front pressing to the north and east. And then you can see the influence of our upper level low over the Ohio River Valley that will slowly shift towards our region. By the way, this is Hurricane Gonzalo. This hurricane will have no impact on the northern mid-Atlantic or the east coast, but unfortunately for Bermuda, it is going to get really ugly there with a Category 4 hurricane driving through the region, one of the strongest hurricanes they've seen in quite some time. And unfortunately, it's going to move right through the island by tomorrow with some significantly devastating impacts, unfortunately. So if you have any family or friends out there, I would suggest getting in contact with them and see if they can get off the island before that hurricane impacts the region. This cold front will pick up our hurricane and send it out into the northern Atlantic and will have no impact on the eastern United States, at least directly. This high pressure system will be in control for tomorrow afternoon into Saturday morning, and then this cold front out here over the northern plains will move through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area Saturday night into Sunday morning with a few widely scattered to isolated showers and a much cooler air mass in place by the time we get into Sunday morning. You're definitely going to feel the difference in air masses by the time we get to Sunday morning for sure. We're talking about temperatures in the 30s by the time we get to Sunday morning. On the radar, you can clearly see that heaviest rainfall is lifting up through the New York City metropolitan area. Philadelphia, you are done with the steady heavy rainfall. The steady heavy rainfall will continue to focus over the New York City metropolitan area over the next hour or so and then clear out. I know that there's some thought that this rain will completely clear out by the time we get to about 8 a.m., but I'm a little bit concerned about this back building down here that could clip the immediate New York City metropolitan area. So I'm keeping the threat alive for the potential for some heavier downpours until about 11 a.m. for the entire New York City metropolitan area before we completely clear out, and any rainfall will be no longer a threat, at least widespread rainfall. Unfortunately for Connecticut and Long Island, you're going to be dealing with moderate to heavy rainfall throughout this morning into the early afternoon. Everyone clears out by 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Everyone is done with rain. And just in time for the evening rush hour, we're expecting dry conditions for the most part for this evening with clearing skies. So visibility will not be a problem and roadways will be drying. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the Penn State EWOL website. Here is the European model guidance, and you can see that upper level trough with a negative tilt. Here's our hurricane well out into the Atlantic with no impacts whatsoever. It was just going to follow this corridor right here. So our trough lifts through. We'll have clearing skies by this evening. Temperatures again will range from the lower to mid 70s for highs, which pretty much have already happened. The rest of the day will be hovering right around the lower 70s with some very mild conditions. For tomorrow, high pressure will generally build in. We're looking at scattered cloud cover. Temperatures will range from the upper 40s to lower 50s for lows, upper 60s to lower 70s for highs. Still above normal for this time of year, but not nearly as warm as what we've been seeing the past few days. On Saturday, a very strong trough will be driving through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with a cold front as well, producing a few scattered to isolated showers. The primary impact with this cold front will be the temperatures, not the precipitation. So we're looking at, again, a few scattered showers on Saturday, followed by a much cooler air mass. Temperatures on Saturday will range from the upper 40s to lower 50s for lows, upper 60s to lower 70s for highs. And then on Sunday, that's when the really cool air builds in. We have a polar high pressure system in place, clear skies, light winds. Temperatures on Sunday will crash into the lower to mid 30s over the far northern interior, upper 30s to lower 40s over the western suburbs of Philadelphia and New York City, and lower to mid 40s right along the coast. High temperatures on Saturday will struggle in the mid to upper 50s as that polar air mass really locks in throughout the entire region. Then high pressure will be in control for Monday and Tuesday with scattered cloud cover, very cool temperatures. We're looking at lower to mid 30s over the interior, upper 30s to lower 40s along the coast, lower to mid 40s in your urban locations. High temperatures in the mid to upper 50s over the interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast, slightly below normal for this time of year. Not drastically below normal, but certainly much cooler than what we've been dealing with over the past couple of days. And then for Tuesday night into Wednesday, we're going to have to watch out for this trough and this developing upper level low that's going to set up right over the northern mid-Atlantic with an area of low pressure developing off the mid-Atlantic. Unfortunately, that low pressure system will intensify as it's lifting north and east, producing the threat for scattered showers, especially right along the coast for Tuesday night into Wednesday afternoon, with scattered showers throughout the region and possibly some heavier rainfall over portions of eastern Long Island and eastern Connecticut as that low pressure system intensifies. So we're definitely going to have to watch out for this low pressure system and to see how fast it develops over the New Jersey coastal waters. Temperatures on Wednesday will again range from the upper 30s to lower 40s over the interior, lower to mid 40s along the coast, high temperatures throughout the region in the mid to upper 50s. So we're definitely moving into a much cooler air mass, a much cooler weather pattern, and one that is also very active. That's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.